Good afternoon, Mr. Ari, and to all my friends. My name is Jesili.
And my name is Albert Wardana.
Today we are going to talk about the impact of inequality and economic geography on agricultural induced economic growth. Inequality refers to the disparities in income and wealth among the individuals in a society, while economic geography is the spatial distribution of economic activity. From our perspective, inequality is influenced by economic geography, as it can determine the standard of living of a person. For instance, the purpose of this paper is to identify how both inequality and economic geography can affect economic growth. Two people born in Finland and Congo will have different life outcomes despite having put in the same amount of work in their lives. However, the case isn't always true. This paper explores more about agriculture, which includes fishing, forestry, crop farming, and livestock. In this sector, inequality, we will split our data into two categories, Asian and non-Asian countries. We mainly discuss on Asian countries.
Panzer examines the relationship between inequality and economic growth using geographical characteristics and variables related to determining the level of development. He took European notes to region because they were exacerbated by the global financial crisis, which requires the definition of regional policies aimed at enhancing growth and regional equity. Particularly, high income inequality favors higher savings because of a higher propensity to save, which stimulates higher capital accumulation. Plans to increase saving propensity in developed countries and provides evidence for the positive channel at the levels of financial development that prevailed in the OECD countries and low-income countries, who found out that countries with lower income inequality have slower economic growth. This is our econometrics model.
We test the correlation between economic growth and initial income. All countries have a negative correlation between economic growth and initial income, which follow Menkill's theory about convergence, where small GDP countries can outpace high GDP countries. Asian countries have a R-square value of 0.21, which means the data fits into the model rather than non-Asian and general countries. In Asian countries, capital shows a positive, insignificant correlation towards economic growth. This is due to an increase in capital can increase productivity, which induces higher output, hence increasing economic growth. Shows a positive significant correlation between population growth and economic growth. This rejects Menkyu thesis about population growth. This may be due to demographic. In Asia, there are many countries with a high working age population, which causes a potential boost in economic growth. In non-Asian and general countries, capital stock and depreciation have a negative, insignificant correlation towards economic growth.
For Asian countries, agriculture shows a negative insignificant correlation towards economic growth. However, we can argue that this may occur due to factors such as Dutch disease, the phenomenon where when countries focus on developing a specific sector like agriculture and can hinder other sectors which may burden economic growth. Non-Asian and general countries have similar results. They both have a negative significant correlation towards economic growth. In Table 5, we combine both inequality and agriculture with other variables to figure out how both correlate to affect economic growth. In Asian countries, both inequality and agriculture show a negative insignificant correlation to economic growth. This is caused by inequality in agriculture can reduce production and yield. Furthermore, it can cause a cut in consumption and saving.
We took non-Asian countries as our sample. In the x-axis, we use inequality, while in the y-axis, we use economic growth. From the illustration above, we can determine that economic growth has a negative correlation towards inequality. We analyze Asian countries as our sample. In the first scatter plot, we took economic growth as our y-axis and equality as our x-axis. This indicates that in non-Asian countries, if there is more agriculture, then economic growth decreases. This due to us their economies development. People tend to work in industry rather than agriculture. The figure shows it has a strong positive correlation. This means that agriculture plays an important role in Asian economic growth.
To conclude our paper, we found out that inequality and economic geography in Asian countries have a significant negative correlation towards economic growth. This means that inequality and geography resulted in low income rates and low investment, which caused economic stagnation. However, this conclusion is not without its contradiction. Dutch disease is a phenomenon where countries with the development of specific sectors can harm the country's economies. From our data regression, Menkyu's idea is applicable in this paper, as convergence took place in all the countries, and his theory about population growth is applicable to a certain point. However, Panzeras contradicts our thesis. He states that high income inequality has a positive impact on savings. Thank you for listening to our presentation.